Hello teachers, this is the instruction guide for primary 2, term 4, week 3. For this week, there are 3 booklets. The first one are the 2 that you go in class, and the third one is actually a test, right? Test on money, okay? So let's talk about the first 2 books. The first 2 books is on comparing and ordering volumes. So typically, we start off by going through this with students, emphasize on the importance of this kind of question, right? To write down the volume first, right? So for example, what they see here is, wait, let me get my pen. I think my pen is not out yet. Oh, it's a highlighter. Sorry. Okay, so container A, right? Get them to write, add up. Okay, so it is 3 liters. And then container B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 liters, right? So make sure that this is habit. Some would insist that they already know, right? But tell them that this is something that will help them later. Okay, so get them to write it out like that. Okay, and then after that, they can look at the question and make a comparison. So obviously 5 liter means container B has the most amount. Least amount would be container C. Okay, so if they would arrange it in order, right, from the least to the most, then it will be container C followed by container A, container B. Now, if the question asks what's the difference, right, like this kind of question here, the volume of water in container A is how much smaller than container B, then they have to find the difference between container B and container A will be the larger amount minus the smaller amount. So it's 5 minus 3 equals 2. So we say the volume of water in container A is 2 liters smaller. Okay. Now, the other way is true as well. If we ask the question, we turn around instead and ask volume of water in container B is how much greater than container C. So same thing, right? You take the greater volume minus the smaller volume. And so you can say B is 3 liters greater than container C. So it's actually quite straightforward, right? For this kind of question. Okay, so this is quite easy for them to read, right? They will be able to tell 5 liter, but get them to go to guided practice anyway, right? So here, do they need to write? Whether it's 5 liter or 3 liter, I think it's quite clear cut. They don't really have to do that. Okay, they just fill in the answer and then check that they have arranged it from least, begin with the least amount, right? So from smallest to biggest. So for this guided practice, go around, ask them to make sure that they do the proper step. So they need to write the total volume first, in this case 9 liter, right? If they have not done it, remind them. This will make it easier for them to compare later, right? This is 5 liter and this is 6 liter. And then after that, they can answer the question, right? So continue a bit, right? How much less? Make sure that a lot of times students, right, just ignore the sentence here and they just go container has, or they write, oh, 9 liter, right? Get them to focus on the comparison. So this is more, right? This is less, right? More than what? More than B, more than less than C. When they see this, they have to get the greater amount minus the smaller amount. Okay, then they arrange. Okay. The rest, I would say skip a bit and perhaps go to, if you like, might get them to do just one question here. Okay, question F, right? See whether they can tell how many liters in it, right? Basically, just count, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. After that, I would suggest that you get them to do those with mixed one, right? You can ask them to do question D, right? Mixed volume type. So they have to add 3, right? Plus 2, 5, then plus another 3, 8, plus another 2, 10 liter. Okay. And then I would say get them to go question 11. Here it says, ask them to read the question. 5 liters of water are poured into 2 empty jugs. Circle 2 jugs. Okay, circle 2 jugs. What does it mean? The 2 jugs must add up to 5 liters. Okay, so any 2 jugs that they circle, they can do 3 and 2 here, they can do 3 and 2 here, or they can do 3 and 2 here. All right, but if they do 2, 2 and 1, that gives you 5 liter, you have the answer is wrong because the condition is only 2 jugs. Okay. You might want to go through one question with them because early on, I think this question wasn't done. So perhaps I would suggest do A, right? Analyze the question with them. Then get them to do B, right? To see if they are able to do this. If they are not, okay, then we can try one more question. I think by then, they should be able to do it on their own, right? If they are not, yeah, and then the rest can be a science question, okay? So there are a lot of practice of this kind of question here, right? And here 4, right? So get them to analyze, okay? 5 jugs here, right? Okay, so no need to do those if you are confident that you're able to do this. This one is quite easy, right? This one, sometimes I don't even get them to do it, but I do get them to look at the question and ask them what they need to do. All right. So if one of the student or most of the students can tell me, okay, so this is comparison, right? Because they want to know what is more than or what is less than. Okay. Then no, you just look at 5 liter versus, okay, this is A. This is, oh, A is 2 liter. So perhaps do this question. I think even I myself, I misread it just now, right? So here they're supposed to do 2 liters less. How many liters less than? So they need to figure out, right? To do this question, write 5 liter here first. Okay. And then 2 liter here. And then 3 liter here. So jug A is 2 liter, right? Now they need to figure out, is it 2 liter compared to jug C, right? What's the difference? So they take 5 minus 3. Okay, that's why it's important to do all things now. So highlight the word for them. You may do question A for them and then get them to try B and C. Okay. Okay, this one more than less than is actually quite easy. So I would say get them to try doing question 7 on their own. Okay, so the process is of course check that they understood what they need to do, right? Make sure that they know that they need to write this here first. And 6 liter. Okay. And then then check once and they should be able to do the rest here. All right. Okay. Now, then we move on to book 2. Book 2 is word problem. So I'll skip and go all the way to question to the guided practice. Okay, so guided practice here, this is again, ask them whether is this a comparison question, right? Is it a multiplication question? Is it a division question, right? And there are some words there, you know, like that serve as keywords, right? Less milk than keep. So they know that this is to draw a stack model. And then really this is drawn for them. All right, so they need to label it correctly. All right, so please make sure that they show the steps. Okay, after that, they should get this answer. Okay, next question. So this one I may have to model it for them. Right, Gary has 4 liters of has 4 empty jugs. Sorry, if you each jug with 5 liters, right? What is the total number of juice in the jugs? So ask them first. What do you think? Is this comparison question, addition question, subtraction question, multiplication, or division? Right. So if they say multiplication, no, I mean, if they give the wrong answer, then I will ask them why. Okay, eventually they should see that this is 4. This is actually a multiplication question, and Gary has 4 empty jugs, means 4 boxes, 4 groups. Okay, again, keep using these terms, 4 groups, 4 boxes, right? So they're familiar, right? And each is 5 liters, right? Step by step labeling. What is the total volume? Okay, that's the way. After that, all right, get the right equation. Okay, all right. Teachers at this point in time, right, please make sure that you do not make sure that the students are not copying each other. All right, I do see students copying each other's work as well. Okay, and then finally, Fiona pours 24 liters of water equally into 4 containers. What is the volume of water in each container? Okay, so what is this question, right? Multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, right? Some may struggle with it, but they are supposed to find the amount of volume, right, in each of the group. So this is a division question, right? So how do you draw this? 24 liters, all right, equally into 4 containers, right? So label 24 first, go to step by step. 24 liters, right, in equally into 4 containers. So that means that they need to break it up into 4 equal parts. And the question is this. All right. Question mark there. Okay, then after that, I would suggest that you try them up, get them to do some questions on their own. Do question 1 on their own. Okay. You might want to model this question 2 because this is a 2-step problem, right? Show them how to do it. Okay. Then I see skip. Try something like this. Now there are 3 shops. Okay, so you need to draw this with them, draw together. I think many of them may not know how to do it yet. So again, follow the story step by step. All right, it is important to do that. All right, that they know that they draw it step by step. A, 26, right? B, 22 less. So they need to draw something that's 22 less. And then C, 9 liters more than shop B. Okay, so they need to be able to do that. Right, model for them. Question 6, ask them, get them to do on their own, see whether they know it. This is something that you've gone through early on. Okay, so this is a multiplication question. This is a division question, right? Done in the guided practice. Okay, get them to do. Okay, and then maybe one question here. Okay, you can work together with them. Let's see anything else. There's a 2-step problem here. Okay, so you might want to do a 2-step problem with them as well. And I think by the end of this, right, time should be up. Okay, then you can assign the rest as homework. Now, so they have a test as well. Please take note, right? Tests, even when they have extra time, you can get them to start the test first. Okay, but do not show them how to do it. All right, please do not show them how to do the test, right? Don't even go to the last few questions and work through with them the problem questions. The test is to evaluate. All right, previously, you know, I've got students who gave feedback to me, right, that, oh, you know, the teacher already taught us how to do these questions in class. Okay, please do not. This is the test, right? So please take note of that. And that's it, right, for this week's session.